When you hear the word volcano, you face a story like no other in human history. Mountains erupting in fire, villages disappearing in moments, explosions powerful enough to change life itself, winds carrying ash, blotting out the sun, people running desperately, every step potentially their last, lives shattered in an instant. Yet some humans didn't only flee, they adapted, survived, and built new civilizations from the ashes, learning to read the signs of danger and to anticipate nature's fury. Long before cities of steel and concrete, humans lived in fragile harmony with the land. Yet even the strongest settlements could not withstand the fury of erupting mountains. The eruption of Thera, for example, swallowed entire communities. Waves crashing upon shores, skies raining molten rock, families escaping for their lives, homes and crops destroyed, the world unrecognizable overnight. Survival demanded ingenuity. Humans adapted by migrating to safer lands, finding shelter in caves, crafting tools to dig, hunt and build, preserving food for uncertain days, turning each eruption into a lesson, each disaster a blueprint for resilience. The scars of the land mirrored the scars on human lives, teaching patience, foresight and unity. Even after Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD, destroying Pompeii, the ingenuity of humans was clear. Escape routes, hidden belonging, citizens caught mid-step. Their stories silent yet echoing through centuries, archaeologists marveling at the brilliance and fragility of human life. Volcanoes didn't only destroy, they reshaped environments humans relied upon. Ash clouds cooled climates, reduced sunlight, crops failed, famine loomed, rivers changed course, fertile lands became barren. Humans learned to read these signs, follow animal migrations, store food, hunt smarter, build sturdier shelters. Every eruption became both a curse and a teacher, shaping minds and societies, forcing innovation and cooperation. The super-eruption of Toba, roughly 74,000 years ago, almost pushed humanity to extinction. Populations dropped drastically, survivors endured cold and famine for decades. Yet from this catastrophe, humanity emerged stronger, more adaptable and more united. Knowledge sharing, communication and social cohesion became lifelines. Survival was not just physical, it was social. Lessons etched into DNA, guiding how humans would confront future disasters. Volcanoes inspired imagination as well. Myths and legends emerged from molten rivers and thunderous eruptions, gods of fire and wrath appearing in stories passed down generations. Sacred mountains became sites of worship. Fear and awe transformed into culture, art, and lessons about respecting forces greater than humans themselves. Life depended on understanding, not conquering, the natural world. Humans learned to harness volcanic land. Fertile soils supported crops, rivers formed new valleys rich with resources. Animals adapted alongside humans, ecosystems regenerated. What seemed destruction often became renewal. Every eruption left marks, but also opportunities for growth, innovation and survival. Humans became students of fire and earth. As humans spread across continents following herds, rivers and fertile lands, they encountered volcanoes repeatedly. Each eruption was a trial, each ash-covered valley a challenge. They learned to read rumbling earth, the scent of sulfur, the subtle tremors beneath feet. Knowledge was passed orally through gestures, stories, songs, ensuring generations could anticipate danger, react wisely, and protect the community. Language evolved as a survival tool. Even today, remnants of eruptions remind us of nature's scale and power, yet echoes of human resilience endure. Creativity in shelters, ingenuity in storing food, migration strategies and cohesion of groups show a species that refuses to yield, turning catastrophe into opportunity. Humans' learned survival depended not just on strength, but intelligence, cooperation, and foresight. Lessons written in ash and stone continue shaping the world. Volcanoes taught humility, endurance, and ingenuity. Communities were forced to organize, collaborate, innovate. Cultures, societies, and history were reshaped. Silent mountains of fire were instructors in adaptation. Eruptions catalyzed progress, migration, and development of tools and skills defining humanity. The story of humans facing volcanoes is persistence itself, turning despair into strategy, fear into action, chaos into understanding. It is testament to our species' ability to endure, adapt, and rise. Every eruption, trembling ground, or ash cloud was met with courage, ingenuity, and unity, the essence of humanity. Even as climates changed, societies grew, and technology advanced, past lessons remained vital. Humans are part of a larger ecosystem. Nature's power is beautiful and terrifying. Survival requires awareness, preparation, and collaboration. From first ash-covered survivors to modern scientists, the bond between humanity and fire continues to shape who we are, proving that even amid overwhelming natural forces, the human spirit can endure. Volcanoes are not just mountains of fire, they are architects of human history, shaping civilizations, inspiring culture, testing endurance, forcing innovation. Their eruptions wrote stories of tragedy, resilience, and ingenuity. Their echoes resonate today in soil myths, organization, and adaptation. They are destroyers and teachers, their lessons embedded in our species' story. From fleeing first clouds of ash to building homes on fertile soils, humans adapted and passed knowledge forward, creating resilience chains lasting millennia. The fire that once threatened annihilation became a crucible, shaping ingenuity, cooperation, and survival. Even when Earth rages, the human spirit rises above, finding life, hope, and future amidst flames. History records individuals who survived and thrived. Tribes that abandoned valleys learned to read smoke and ash. Farmers who cultivated volcanic soil, feeding communities for generations. Explorers who crossed lava fields, discovering safer lands. Each story illustrates adaptation, risk, and determination, showing humans are not just victims of nature, they are learners, survivors, innovators. Volcanoes influenced migration patterns, trade routes, and settlement choices. Communities abandoned high-risk zones, created maps based on observation, and passed knowledge through storytelling, songs, and rituals. Civilization itself was shaped by fiery mountains. Urban planning, agriculture, and disaster strategies owe much to lessons learned centuries ago. Even cultural practices bear volcanic influence. Festivals honoring volcano gods, rituals to appease fiery spirits, and artistic depictions of eruptions capture human respect and fear. Stories became warnings, myths became history, and art preserved understanding. Humans interpreted destruction as guidance, using imagination and memory to survive and thrive. Science and observation evolved from these experiences. Early humans noted patterns, ashfall, tremors, steam, animal reactions, creating early predictive knowledge. Communities that recognized warning signs survived, those who didn't perished. Over generations, collective wisdom strengthened resilience, transforming human response to natural disaster into a culture of preparedness. In the modern era, scientists study volcanic history to predict eruptions, mitigate damage, and understand climate impact. Yet the story is continuous. Humans adapting, responding, innovating, and respecting the power of fire beneath Earth's crust. Humanity's journey, from vulnerable ash-covered survivors to modern civilization, is inseparable from volcanic forces. Volcanoes remind us that destruction can be a teacher, that survival is as much about intelligence, cooperation, and foresight as about strength. They shaped our ancestors, their struggles and innovations echo in our cities, technology, and cultural practices. Each eruption, recorded or remembered, tells the story of human resilience, ingenuity, and adaptation. The tale of humans and volcanoes is endless, an interplay of fear and fascination, destruction and renewal, challenge and triumph. Every mountain that rumbles, every ash cloud that rises, every lava flow that reshapes land carries a lesson. Humans can endure, adapt, and rise again. Our history is intertwined with these mountains of fire, and our future remains informed by their lessons. Volcanoes that changed human history are not just stories of disaster, they are chronicles of courage, adaptation, and survival. They remind us that humans are part of nature and that intelligence, cooperation, and foresight are as essential to survival as food, shelter, and water. They sculpted civilizations, inspired myths, and forced innovation. Humanity's journey through volcanic catastrophe is the ultimate testament to endurance, and the fire beneath the earth remains a silent instructor to this day.